When a company is about to announce its quarterly earnings, many retail investors flock to social media platforms to check out the buzz. In fact, many investors decide to buy or sell a stock around that time based on what other investors are saying about the company's expected earnings. But how informative is this social media chatter? Is it mostly just noise, or is it actually useful information that can help you identify undervalued or overvalued stocks? And how does it impact a company's stock price before and after the earnings are announced? Hello everyone, this is Professor Ikram, and today I'd like to share the results of a very interesting recent study with you that looks into some of these very questions. In this study, the researchers analyzed more than 150 million posts between 2013 and 2022 on Stocktwits. Now, Stocktwits is an investor-focused social media platform where users routinely express their opinions and sentiments about a particular stock. Posts can be marked as bullish or bearish, and users can also indicate whether they are novice, intermediate, or professional traders. Now, when the researchers dug into the data, they found that 5 days before a company announces its earnings, user activity on Stocktwits picks up significantly. Now, no surprises there, of course, but interestingly, they found that a lot of this chatter was overwhelmingly optimistic. For more than 60% of the earnings announcements in their sample, the researchers found that more than 80% of these posts were tagged as bullish. And most importantly, perhaps, all this optimism did not actually predict the earnings results. In other words, companies were just as likely to meet or beat earnings expectations as they were to miss them. The researchers also found that those stocks which got the most attention on Stocktwits before the earnings announcement experienced a significant price bump, an average of 0.58% in the 5 days before the announcement. However, as soon as these companies announced their earnings, the price dropped by an average of 0.45%. And interestingly, this pattern was more pronounced for smaller firms whose prices tend to be more sensitive to the trading activity of retail investors. What these findings imply is that stocks which get a lot of attention on Stocktwits experience a price increase due to the buying pressure induced by the optimistic nature of the posts. However, because much of this optimism tends to be unjustified by the underlying fundamentals, the price falls once the company announces its earnings. Now, some of you are probably wondering whether you can create a trading strategy based on this price pattern. In other words, go to Stocktwits, figure out which companies are likely to attract the most attention from users during earnings season, buy the stocks of those companies a few days before the earnings announcement, and then sell them immediately before the actual announcement. That's really good thinking, and the researchers did look into that actually. It turns out that each week a firm called Earnings Whisper makes a post on Stocktwits indicating the most anticipated upcoming earnings releases. Stocks that are mentioned in these posts usually attract way more attention on Stocktwits compared to others. And the researchers show that had you bought these high attention stocks and at the same time shorted other low attention stocks, you could have made a decent amount of money. Profits aside, the big takeaway here is that be wary of all the social media buzz about a stock during earnings season. A lot of this chatter tends to be overly optimistic noise, which can temporarily distort prices. So be careful when deciding to buy or sell a stock around its earnings announcement. But what do you think? Do you agree with the results and conclusions of the study? Or are there other investment networks that you're a part of? Or maybe finfluencers that you follow, whose predictions tend to be spot on? Do let me know in the comments. All the best in your financial journey. This is Professor Ikram. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video useful, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. And feel free to ask any questions using the comment section. Happy learning.